What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Loot Chest on Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about a random topic in gaming. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
I'm Chevy.
And on this episode, we're going to be discussing some of our favorite characters in fighting games. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be all of our favorite characters, but we're going to be naming off about two apiece with some honorable mentions. Real quick reminder before we get into that, though, make sure to play Lords of the Fallen and Journey for Plus Club at the end of the month. We're going to play them as well. Come back, see what we have to say about them. Let us know what you have to say. But yeah, let's jump into it. So, like I said, we're going to talk about our favorite characters in fighting games. I'll start with an obvious one, Keelik from Soul Calibur. In case you don't play Soul Calibur, Keelik is a guy who uses a medium to long range staff and has a full range of medium to long range to mid range or close range attacks. The reason I'm really into him when it comes to fighting games is his versatility, the amount of things he can do for different situations. I like being able to keep people back, but also be able to fight them up close and personal. I also think his character design is pretty cool, and also with all the weapons you can unlock in Soul Calibur, has some pretty cool looking staffs. Any thoughts on Keelik?
I've never really used him in a way that's like good, but I always thought he was cool. He was very versatile in being able to keep people away or
We're talking about him past tense because they took him out in 5.
Yeah,
he's dead now.
Yeah. Well, he became fucking Mokujin and fucking Hafumi. So yeah, the way he used to play was dope.
Yeah.
I never played him, I said, but he was a cool character.
Well, that's the reason why I like him too. Is a lot of his combos, just kind of you can just kind of tack them onto the next combo and keep him moving constantly. Another reason why, honorable mention, I really like Maxi, even though I feel like you can button mash the fuck out of him and get work done. But even if you know what the fuck you're doing with him, you can constantly be attacking. Constantly being on the offense.
The worst
I feel
part
like Keelik has a really good offense, also a really good defense. I think he's a really well-rounded character.
The worst part about Keelik is it always caught me off guard all the directions that his attacks come from. So it seems like something will come.
He's
from
like
the
really
front.
long side swings and then forward pushing.
Yeah, and then he has a swing where he fucking swings at hip level and then he swings at low level. There's like 2 or 3 swings where it's like just boom, boom, boom right in the fucking center.
Yep.
A couple highs, yeah, and then braining you.
Yep.
A fucking big overhand, double hand, fucking brain.
Any thoughts on him?
I only played him a little bit, and then I haven't played as much Soul Calibur as you guys have, but I remember enjoying him. If I got him like on random, or if I just like was just picking people to try him out, I always thought he was a pretty balanced character. Not so much my playstyle, but I never thought he was an awful character. So,
all right, Josh, what's one of your two?
Also from Soul Calibur, my absolute favorite fighter is Astaroth, a giant hulking mound of fucking monster that has a giant 2-handed axe. I really like him because he was able to hit from long range, which really shined in the short game.
Yep.
He had a lot of combos that if you're on the ground, he could pick you up from the ground. If you're ducking, he'd pick you up from ducking. If you're in the air, he'll fucking do other bullshit to you. He was always really, really good. He's really strong too. He seemed like he had more attack than most. Mostly all fighting games, I'd always gravitate towards the hulking beasts.
I would say in all games you gravitate towards that.
Yeah, I enjoy fucking raw power, and it's always sacrificing speed, which I've adapted to over the years of picking someone people like that, because Astaroth is a slower kind of character, but
if you get a rhythm with him, though, if you get him into like what I like to call a trap, you can kind of just finish him off without stopping.
Yeah. Yeah, so the way I make a move well enough to beat a lot of people, so I always found him fun. I always loved his moves. Some of his skins look pretty cool, others kind of dorky, and his axes are actually pretty neat. So
Yeah, I have a lot of experience with this guy, not by playing him, but by fighting you. Me and you fight all the time with our best characters in Soul Calibur, which is Kilik and Astaroth. We have some fucking stupid fights. So I know that character really well, even though I don't play him too often. When I have played him, yeah, he flows. I like him, but he's not really my type, obviously. But he definitely does have a lot of power. I mean, I remember one fight, we were using the unlockable weapon, so they did more damage and shit, but you killed me in like fucking 3 hits. You got me in a combo where like you did that grab in the air, slam your fucking axe and pull him, and then fucking throw up in there and hit him, and it was just over. I was like, all right, and that was fucking. So after that, I had to like fucking use the long game with my staff to get you back. But
Yeah, because Keelik had that fucking staff that can reach across the goddamn map.
But aside from, I think it was either 4 or 5. I think it was 5. One of the games Astaroth felt really OP in. But for the most part, I always think he's a really balanced character because he is more strength based and grappling based. But you know, sacrifices speed over it, and I think that's a well-rounded, powerful character. So I always like fighting games that have characters that move at different speeds and shit, and different attacks. Chevy?
Not a fan of playing that character, just not my playstyle, but appearance-wise, I always thought he was really neat. I think Soul Calibur is generally pretty good about that, though. Anyways, the larger characters are very like menacing looking, and they did a really good job with that. I've always definitely appreciated him appearance-wise. So,
all right, what's your first pick?
My first pick is going to be actually Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury.
That's funny.
So, actually,
For some reason, yeah, I thought you might pick him. I just didn't figure he'd be your first one.
well, he's not like my favorite.
No, but I figured like honorable mention. I forgot that you enjoyed that character so much.
I do really like him. I especially like him in the Street Fighter versus SNK 2 for PS3 or is that PS2? I don't remember.
I think it's PS2.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved him. I'm in that game. Appearance-wise, he's pretty average Joe.
Pretty American, 90s American, Ken-looking blonde dude.
And I don't really like him for that reason. I actually thought he was a dork until I played him, and I was like, wow, this guy plays really, like, it just clicks with me. I really like the way he plays.
He's got a moveset for sure.
Yeah.
Flows.
It's got some range, some close, enough to keep a little bit of a combo going. I don't know. I like characters that have a technical side to them, I guess. So I like that aspect of him. So
yeah, I don't have a whole lot of experience with him because I don't play the Fatal Fury games too much. But when I have, I've always liked his character. He kind of reminds me of like the Ryu of or Ryu, whatever you want to call him.
He's definitely the poster child
of Fatal Fury. But and with that, he is a really well balanced character. Him and the dark haired dude with the fucking like the weird bowl cut, 90s bowl cut thing going on, Dawson's Creek. Those two are really good. But yeah, Terry Bogard, I like him. He is a fucking dork, but he's just a parody of just a buff, blonde, American dude. So
especially of the era, because
when it came
Fatal
out,
Fury
for
came out
sure.
in 91.
Same thing with Ken.
So, yeah.
Ken is supposed to be the American Ryu, and he is when you look at him. So, Josh,
I have exactly 0 experience with fucking anything Fatal Fury.
really?
I've never played them.
Might have to fix that.
Yeah, they're good.
They are good.
Yeah, I like them. Well, fucking we'll cut that short then. So for my second one, Chip Zaniff from fucking Guilty Gear. I almost said fucking Blaze Blue. Really like him. His visual style looks somewhere between like a ninja, modern day ninja, and a fucking Xenobite from goddamn Hellraiser. So, I don't really care too much about that. I don't think it looks bad, but he looks very much like an anime character. But I love his moveset, especially in Guilty Gear, which I think is one of the best fighting games out there. Soul Calibur, of course, is the best. But I love his moveset because he doesn't do a whole lot of damage, which kind of sucks, but if you can move with him, you have the opportunity to hit people really fast, get in their shit, get out of their shit real fast. He can double jump. I love mobility in games, and again, I love versatility. Now, the one thing that does make him weaker is his attack damage is really fucking low. It's not even like medium; it's really low.
He doesn't take damage well either.
He dies quickly, but everything else, I like his move set. I like the way he moves. And overall, out of all the characters in Guilty Gear, he's my favorite. I play the other ones, of course, but and out of most fighting games, he comes to mind because he embodies pretty much what I enjoy out of characters in games typically. Thoughts on Chip Zaniff?
Chip Zaniff is a real bitch. Anytime I fucking have to deal with him, it sucks. Whether he's controlled by the computer, whether he's fucking controlled by players, he's hard to fucking deal with because he's a person that can attack from all fucking angles, and he's just up your ass fast. So I've never really played with him, to be honest, just because it's not my style. But I do appreciate what he does, which is
It's
fucking
like you're
shit
running
up.
a smear campaign against him in a fucking some kind of
Dude,
election.
He fucking pisses me off. So, but yeah, character-wise, he does fucking scratch that itch for people who want to do that fast, agile. Fucking...
Well, it's funny because in a lot of games where you can like block or counter, I always prefer to dodge. Dark Souls, fucking, I mean, any fighting game, I like characters that can get the fuck out of the way and get back in there and hit them. And like, I still like the idea of being hit. Even when I'm blocking, a lot of games will still take a little bit of damage, not as much. And I hate the idea of letting them hit me. So like, that's one reason I like Keelik. You can keep them the fuck away from you. And that's one reason I like Chip Zaniff is you just get the hell away from the guy. And then come back and hit him on your terms. So that's pretty much my playstyle.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I agree. Appearance-wise, he's kind of one of the most boring
Generic.
characters in Guilty Gear.
Especially with characters like, well, almost all of them in Guilty Gear.
Yeah. I mean, other characters that are like normal looking in that game, like Jam is a pretty normal character, but like her personality really kind of makes her more than that. As for Chip, is like you said, he's pretty generic, like anime dude. Like,
Yeah.
But,
Well, even like the main characters like Soul Bad Guy and Kaikisuke, I think both look really cool.
yeah.
Especially Soul Bad Guy. I love his character. I don't like playing him too much, but like I love his character.
great
model.
design,
He's
for
really
sure.
cool. I like his sword, all that shit.
But I think, and I'm going to be a little biased anyways because Guilty Gear is my favorite fighting game series. I think Chip Zaniff plays great. I don't even, like, it's not even my playstyle usually in games, but if I get him on random, not my first pick, if I get him on random, I have no qualms with playing it. So
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
All right. So you went second last time, so you go second this time.
So my second pick, this one's actually not for playstyle reasons. This one's mostly just for appearance reasons. Is actually Dizzy from Guilty Gear.
Okay.
I do like playing her a lot, but she is a very technical character. But I think she's probably one of the coolest looking characters.
Which one is Dizzy again? The witch with the guitar?
Half demon. No,
No, which one's fucking...
Dizzy.
That's Eno.
Yeah, it's
Oh, Eno's dope.
Eno's pretty dope.
All the characters visually in Guilty Gear are awesome.
Dizzy has like a...
Dizzy's the chick with the tail and all that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like the lore of the game anyways, and she's like this half-breed between the two, and I don't know, I think she's awesome. And then her movesets and stuff like that just emphasize
Yeah, no, she's a
more.
dickhead when you fight her, when the
She's
computer
a pain in
controls
the
her.
ass, yeah.
She's very technical. She
Technical
just
character.
fucking wrecks
Though-
Yeah,
it.
I can't play her.
Though, as one of my honorable mentions, another technical character I really like in a game in Soul Calibur is Ivy. I like technical characters, even though I may not be so great with them. There's something about them I just really like.
Ivy's definitely technical.
Yeah.
She's a bitch, too.
I've only ever pulled off her like ultimate combo one time while fighting. It was fucking crazy. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, Dizzy for sure. I in all fairness, honorable mention the Guilty Gear cast. I fucking love those things.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's fair. I anything that was Arxis,
yeah.
anything they do visually is awesome. I love their games in general. Those are like some of my favorite fighting games.
There's that 3D fucking Guilty Gear they made for
That characters you had to fucking buy for $5 a pop.
Yeah.
Something about it that upset me, but other than that, it was really neat. Anyway, back to Dizzy. Yeah, of course, I think her visual style is cool. I don't know anything about her lore. Playing her, I can't play her. She's not my style at all. She seems kind of stiff and wonky. I'm sure once you get the combos down, since she's like technical, she probably flows well, but not really my playstyle. But she's a cool character. But like we've said already, all the characters I think are cool. So.
Yeah, I really enjoy how she looks. I really think it's neat. She has a tail. Very different than a lot of the characters. Again, how she plays is fucking definitely not my cup of tea. She that takes a strategic mind to fucking deal with whatever the hell she's trying to dish out. and I just fucking can't handle it. So,
I love strategy. I'm just not like a combo heavy dude.
Yeah, and she is, and you're right. She does feel kind of like stiff.
You got to get her like going and doing
When you
shit.
gotta wait for the right moments and stuff like that.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
her.
She's a good like counter attacker and stuff like that, and that's something I just don't do well.
Well, it's just like what's his face? Main guy. Forgot his name already.
Soul bad guy.
So that Order Soul is another
yeah.
combo like tech heavy guy. So.
He was not so bad guy because people just go fucking
His normal version. Well, no, because him and Kikisuke are
off the fucking walls
the
whole time.
They're the poster of the game. So.
That was the most annoying fighter I watched in my fucking life. Is Rob and Josh both so bad guy. As soon as the match started, they go just off the walls for like half the match. I was like, "There's more moves than this."
I don't know. That kick works.
Yeah, apparently, unless you're playing the other guy. Good pick. I don't think there's really a whole lot more to say about that one. But she is cool looking. I'm sure the lore's cool. I'll have to look into that. I don't know the lore in almost any of those fucking characters. Josh, second pick.
Speaking of Soul Bad Guy, that's not my second pick. But also coming from the Guilty Gear series is Johnny. Johnny's I guess a samurai is what you'd almost be.
Yeah, I'm
The fucking cowboy hat, dude?
a little surprised because he's technical.
What the fuck? You know, he is, but I can work him. And,
He's got the quarter?
The coin,
Yeah, coin.
he flicks
Yeah.
at people.
yeah,
Huh.
I really enjoyed him. I think his mechanics are really fucking cool. I really enjoyed the coin system because you had to stack them up and then you can just do fucking a really gnarly, pretty much sword combo.
Yeah.
And depending on whether you use high, mid, or low, the combo changed.
Yeah.
He couldn't dash, which I thought was fucking weird.
Hop.
Yeah, which I thought was he kind of went whoop. I think he looked kind of neat. I mean, he looked very kind of anime-esque. He just had like a fucking.
They're all like
cowboy hat.
larger than life, like really
Yeah.
flamboyant characters.
Yeah, but he had like that fucking. Wasn't he like cowboy hat? It was like Spanish Inquisition fucking.
Yeah,
hat. And like a trench coat with no shirt on. And of
Well,
course
for a
pants.
split second, like, did you ever see those books back in the day for kids that like have like a picture that's cut into three and you can like change the body, the head, and the legs? As soon as you said Johnny, I started like my brain started going like a slot machine with like Johnny. I think his name's Testament. That fucking that Davey Havoc guy.
Yeah.
And fucking like the old pool shark.
Yeah.
Goes down to billiards and just fucking wrecks people. Those three guys are like, I'm like, which one is he?
Yeah, I really like visually. I think he's neat because he uses the same sword technique where you slash and it goes instantly back in the sheath.
Hidden sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Oichi Crumpet?
So I always thought it was really fucking cool. The coin to me was the most like impressive because I would always use it as a counter. Like someone would be like
one of his best uses.
someone would like dash at me like if Soul Bad Guy did his kick, I can flick out a coin and it would just fucking go
Make him
bing
pause
and
a second,
yeah,
yeah.
just stop him and either I can attack him, get him the fuck away from me, or because I'm just getting those charges now.
Yeah.
He was one of the only two people I beat Eno with in the very end of the game. So, yeah, it was just, I really like his style. I really like how he moves. I really like his he's actually really fucking strong for how, I don't know.
Well, because he's not really like all over the place. I feel like he kind of has to be. So
Yeah.
it
He
makes
has
sense.
to hit hard. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just fucking, every single one of his moves is literally that moment in a samurai movie where they fucking both slash at the same time and then one of them falls. Like, it's like that. So, yeah.
No, he's one of the two samurai characters in the game. No, Baiken, I believe.
Oh, bacon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she was back in the PS4 one. She might be in the newest one. I still need to pick that up. But yeah, anyways, Johnny's awesome. I do love that he's a technical character, but he's not like hard to play technical. He's just more like timing. It's all
You got to
timing
think about
with
it. Yeah,
him.
timing for sure. He's definitely not like technical.
No, it's not like Venom's a setup character. You have to set everything up for
Which one's Venom?
The pool shark.
Oh. Oh yeah.
You know, you said.
Sounds like I was
all the
thinking
fun-
of Faust.
So,
No, that guy's a nutcase. I'll mention Faust visually is fucking awesome.
Great.
That guy's got some weird fucking baseball walking in the door moves.
That dude just flows, though. I mean,
Yeah, he flows in and out of fucking the universe.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. That paper bag fucking is hiding some time machine shit.
Yeah, I'm with you though. I think Johnny's great in all regards. So.
I have a whole lot to say about him. I mean, like, yeah, I've played him. He's all right. I think he's cool looking. But yeah, not a lot there for me. You kind of already got into honorable mentions, so throw some out there.
Jin Kazuya from Tekken.
Main dude?
Yeah, he's
Super Saiyan hair, only it's black.
Yeah, he's Heihachi's grandson. I really like the lore of that whole game. It's pretty much based around one corporation.
It sucks because Tekken is fucking awesome, and I'm only in like recent I played Tekken 2 and liked it when I was a kid, but like for a while there I fucking fell out of it. But like in recent years I've just really appreciated how fucking awesome Tekken is, and it's made by the same guys who make Soul Calibur, so it makes sense. But like I can't think of any characters, because I did think about that before we did this episode. I can't really think of any like characters I really like latch on to. There's a bunch of characters I like, but
There's that one guy that had the fucking weird hair.
oh yeah, no, he's awesome.
Yeah.
There's like 3 people I
Yeah,
really like, but I don't know their names.
I'm glad.
There's
you
so
knew
many
who I'm
characters in
talking
Tekken. I'm like,
to. But yeah, Jin Kazuya is his name.
yeah, I like him too.
And his father.
Heihachi?
No,
No.
he's the buffer version of that guy. They're like all the same looking.
Yeah, I
The
forgot
one with the wings.
I forgot his dad's
Or-
name. Yeah, and then there's
Tekken fans are just
then there's
fucking pissed right now.
Yeah, no. Then there's the devil version and the angel version of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's Jin Kazama, and it's Kazuya is his dad. That's what it is.
Okay.
And yeah. So and like the game actually has a very deep lore. Like Kazuya actually married one of the girls from the second one, Jun Kazama, and they had a kid which was Jin. Jin took his mom's last name because Kazuya's a dick. Kind of runs in the family because Heihachi's a fucking asshole too. And then they pretty much run these tournaments to find like the greatest power that they can and fucking.
Suck it up and put in robots with fucking big upper bodies and weird fucking right angled legs. Assholes. Yeah, I agree. Any other honorable mentions you got?
Probably Mitsurugi from Soul Calibur.
Mitsurugi's dope.
one
Or
of mine.
Siegfried, actually. Siegfried is probably my better.
Soul Calibur is just like fucking Guilty Gear for me, man. Fucking, I have some kind of affection for almost every character in that game. I can play most characters in Soul Calibur. There's not very many that I can't play. I just, have the ones I very much stick
I
with.
think it's another game that is really good about emphasizing style, but its own style for sure.
Definitely.
And that's Guilty Gear. Every time I play Guilty Gear, I'm like, this feels like its own thing, and then
It's a palette.
like with Soul Calibur as well. Like every time you look at Soul Calibur, it has a very distinct style. So.
Oh, definitely. Has a very fantastical fantasy look to it, which is dope. Also in the same vein as Soul Calibur, or its exact vein, Cervantes, whatever you want to call him. It's my second favorite character in Soul Calibur, playing wise. A lot of people don't like him because his moves are they will wreck you. You fly across the goddamn...
You teleport all over the fucking place. You give people the old John Wilkes Booth.
Fucking shoot him across the map. You stab him and throw him. And he does good damage. He does fucking gnarly damage. It's not even medium damage. He hits hard.
Strong.
He has mobility. He's disgusting. He's in all the games. So obviously
that's what happens when you become a boss to just a regular playable character.
Yeah, love that character. Love his moveset. Another honorable mention, Scorpion, of course. Mortal Kombat. My original favorite character in a fighting game. The only reason he didn't make my top list is because I don't play Mortal Kombat that much, and since Mortal Kombat has kind of had its resurgence and being good again,
The last two are so good.
there's a bunch of really good characters now. Scorpion's just one of them. But all of his moves, everybody knows his fucking moves. Love him. I love being able to pull people to you, teleport behind them and hit them. Just a really cool character. Another honorable mention for Mortal Kombat, Sub-Zero. Awesome. It's kind of
Jax, baby.
the honorable mention as well. And my last honorable mention is Ryu from Street Fighter. I think he's the quintessential balanced character of all fighting games. I think he is the centerpiece of Street Fighter for a reason. He pretty much does it all really well. And even though he's the more energy focused of him and Ken, but I think he's just he's always a really good like go-to character, and I think a lot of characters are molded after him in all fighting games.
Oh, absolutely.
He's an honorable mention because he's the fucking classic. He is fighting games. Yeah, that's pretty much my list. I don't want to just name off everyone I've ever liked because I'd like to revisit this again when I do a little more research on Tekken.
You like Paul?
No. Fuck Paul. I hate his goddamn Wayne static hair.
You don't like Yoshimitsu?
Yoshimitsu's dope. Let's not talk about him. I don't mention Yoshimitsu in all games.
Danny.
Yeah, he's in a lot of games.
It's fucking...
So I guess some honorable mentions for me. Mitsurugi was one. I love samurais though, so I mean that was easy for me. I can't remember her name right now, but the one with the ring.
Tira's dope.
Both for style and playability reasons.
Tira's technical.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, yeah.
She's a mix between flow, like fast-paced fighting, and technicality for sure.
Yeah.
You can be technical with her. I've also just fucking drilled through people.
Play-wise, visually he's okay for me, but like play-wise, he's probably one of my favorite characters is Kikisuke from Guilty Gear.
Kikisuke, yeah.
I play the crap out of that guy. It just clicks for me.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember her name, and I don't know if you guys are gonna know it or not, but from Mortal Kombat 10, the bug lady.
Oh yeah, what was her name?
Holy
It's
crap!
gross.
I love
Talia. Yeah, it's something. Yeah,
Terraria.
I don't know. I only recently when the game first came out, I played her and because of the storyline mode. Actually, I had no interest in playing her visually. I thought she looked kind of silly, and after playing her, I was just like, "Oh, I like this a lot." So
yeah, I didn't like playing her, but I thought she was a really neat character. Her moveset was really neat. I also really thought another honorable mention. Then we should probably end this. What's his fucking name? Crom or whatever. That essentially that character.
Oh, yeah.
From fucking. Well, I think his name's Crom, and the original game is in House of the Dead. The first boss you fight in House of the Dead 2 is this big dude with this little guy flying around just talking shit.
Terra4.
And that guy is the guy from House of the Dead 2. Mm-hmm. Who's dope.
Terra4 was that big hulking creature with that little girl on the back of it.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting to see a character that was essentially two characters that flowed so well. I think it worked really well. It was neat. But yeah, any real quick ones? We should probably finish this up so we don't name off every fighter ever.
No, I mean there's also plenty of characters. Obviously, I'm not into fighting games, but fighting games. I think
Maybe we should do an episode on least favorites.
That'd be fun.
Dan Hibiki.
Oh no way, Dan is amazing.
That's what he thinks.
Little bitch.
I think one thing that fighting games really have going for them is they're usually really good about making just really cool characters, and that's why I think honorable mentions is really rough for this, just because.
Definitely, there's so many characters that stick out. That's why I think we revisit this topic like 4 times.
Yeah.
I think we could almost do like individual topics on the fighting game itself, like a topic on Soul Calibur, a topic on
probably
Guilty Gear, stuff like that.
But yeah, I think that's about it.
That's it.
All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Loot Chest on Tasteful Gaming. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr and Twitter, Tasteful Gaming. Check us out on Twitch, Sleep Division. And again, as always, thank you for watching. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Chevy.
Have a great weekend, guys. And until the next episode, which is Tuesday, take it easy, guys.